A presentation you may give many times in your career will be an update on your work. Commonly, this is known as a status update. Many people give this type of presentation without a thought for the audience, and so it often has very low impact. You've probably sat through many of these wishing you were somewhere else. Here, you're going to learn how to structure a presentation for maximum impact, buy-in, and personal credibility. There are many ways to structure presentations. We are going to use the sticky notes method because it's easy to remember, it's easy to apply, and you can use it for just about any type of presentation. You're going to need an empty area to work on, such as a wall or an empty desk. You're also going to need a pad of sticky notes and a marker pen. First, place one sticky note at the top of your empty area. On it, write the objective of your presentation clearly and concisely in as few words as possible. This is because if you can't express your objective clearly to yourself, then your audience won't understand it either. An easy way to discover your objective is to ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what emotions do I want my audience to experience during and after my presentation? Number 2, what do I want them to be thinking during it and after it? And number 3, what actions do I want them to take as a result of my presentation? Now place another sticky note at the top, and on it, write the title of your presentation. Resist the urge to write status update. Try something different that may have more impact with your audience. Next, place 3 more sticky notes evenly under the title note. Label them Key Point 1, Key Point 2, and Key Point 3. Research shows that people are used to hearing in certain speech rhythms, and that they remember things more easily in groups of 3. So always deliver your key points in groups of 3. This way, your presentation is going to have much more impact. You need to think here, what are the 3 key points of my presentation? If you have 5 or 6, the probability is you're going to give your audience information overload. So simplify your presentation to fit within 3 key points. This also benefits you because a simple structure will prevent you losing your place when giving your presentation. For this example, we are going to use the past, present, and future, but you can use other titles. Under Key Point 1, place another sticky note, and on it, write a relevant subheading. Again, we are going to use the principle of 3, so use 2 more sticky notes for each subheading you want to add. Now take a moment to fill in keywords for each point. Research shows that different people like to process information in different ways. You will have a preference too, and you may think your preference suits everyone, but this is not always true. Many stakeholders in the financial industry look for data, so it's a good idea to include this. Start off with high-level data first, and be prepared to drill down if requested. Some like to hear stories related to the point you're trying to make, so it's a good idea to include these too. Stories should always include the situation and the background first, then the challenge, then how the challenge was successfully overcome, and finally, the positive outcomes for the business. Remember, always respect other people's time, so keep stories short, concise, and relevant. Some people are more results focused, and they require hard evidence, so it's always a good idea to include this. To know how much of each to use, you need to first understand your audience. If they are more of a data-driven audience, then don't give them lots of stories. If they are a story or results-driven audience, then don't give them lots of data because you're going to lose their attention. If you don't know your audience, then include and balance data, stories, and evidence to increase the chances of engaging them all. Think of points of relevant interest to your audience, not just to you. Remember that people are usually more interested in information that is relevant to them in some way. Making it relevant for your audience is going to help you achieve buy-in and credibility. When you have finished adding your keywords here, repeat the same process for key points 2 and 3. Within 10 minutes, you should have a tree-like formation, which is the structure of a well thought out presentation. Remember, sticky notes have a horrible habit of getting lost, so take a photo of your formation. Feel free to take a photo of this screen to keep on your phone so that you can always remind yourself about structure. Remember, the power of 3 and relevant information presented in appropriate ways will always help you deliver a better presentation.